Our hometown Tennessee Titans, boys. They've locked in the number 1 pick. Remember, like they drafted Will Levis a couple seasons ago. They've locked in the number 1 pick, and now they fired their GM. So Rand Carthen gone. They're going to stick with Brian Callahan as the head coach, though. I want to focus on the number 1 pick aspect of this, though. The statement is the Titans should take a quarterback with the number 1 pick. Punt or go?
I'm going to punt. And look, I know Cam Ward's a hell of a player. I think he's got the highest ceiling. I mean, I know Shedeur has a chance, I think, to go in the NFL if he'll stop holding the ball so daggum long and be effective. But nobody is thirstier for a quarterback right now than the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Giants, when you look at it, they have the 3rd overall pick because the Browns have the 2nd. They have Deshaun Watson, even though that deal was disgusting. We talked about that. But the Raiders are sitting at 6. If you're the Titans, there's so much that's wrong. It's not just like you're 1 quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl. There are problems all over the place. You just fired your GM that you hired like a year and a half ago. So obviously you weren't happy with the direction that it was going and the personnel that's, wholesomely involved, not just at the quarterback position. I think you could rob the Giants blind. But I think you may be able to rob the Raiders even more. And we know in the past that the Raiders will throw the bag to go get one person. They make crazy decisions. If I'm the Titans, we need more help than just at quarterback. And go get look what Sam Darnold's doing for the Vikings. Go get an older veteran. I think that's the move here.
Punt or go?
I'm going for this 1,000%. Cam Ward is a generational talent. A generational talent. If there's ever a guy should be a number 1 pick, it is Cam Ward. True dual threat quarterback, an absolute howitzer on his shoulder for an arm. And the feel. I haven't seen a guy with this good a feel in college in a long time. He's sitting in the pocket basically acting like he doesn't want to even be there. Titans fan, Will Levis was a miss. It was all 3 guys sat on this show and told you Will Levis was going to be a miss. You don't pass up at the bar who's a 10 out of 10 and she loves to cook and she loves watching football and betting. That's who Cam Ward is. Titans fans need a quarterback. You are a running football team. You have Tony Pollard. You have 2 good backs. Your offensive line is not terrible. Your defense is not terrible. What are you missing? You can't pass up on a guy like this. Whatever picks you think you're getting will not be even close to the difference that Cam Ward can make for the Titans.
Well, obviously, you're not saying they should pass up the number 1 pick with a quarterback because they should stick with Will Levis. You were not.
Oh, no, not at all.
You're saying go get a veteran and go get more picks. So do you just not see Cam Ward as the generational talent that Blaine does? I mean, if Joe Burrow was coming out number 1 this pick, would you say Titans still move down and get out of the number 1 pick, or would you draft Joe Burrow?
Well, look, I heard everybody say Caleb Williams was a generational talent, but the Bears have so much wrong with them, it's not going to matter. If this was basketball and you could go get a generational talent like LeBron James, 1 guy can win games. If this was baseball and you could go get Shohei Ohtani, yeah, take him with the number 1 pick because 1 guy can win you games, especially when he pitches and he hits. But that's not the situation the Titans are in. You know who has a house in Nashville? Maybe a guy we're going to talk about next named Aaron Rodgers. Maybe you go get him, a guy that you can say what you want, we're going to talk about it, and put pieces around him with these picks. 1 guy cannot go win this game. Cam Ward is not going to magically make the Titans a Super Bowl contender. You have to build the house with a foundation, and then you put the nice stuff around it. You put a basketball goal in the driveway. You put hardwood in the living room and all that. But until you have the pieces around that guy, and I think it's the timing. The moment is now where you can rob the Giants, who didn't win a division game for the first time in like 20 years, rob them blind. Go get Aaron Rodgers. Go get, we'll see what happens with the Vikings and Sam Darnold. Go get an old head. Use those picks to build a base around you. That's how you build the house the right way.
Malik Willis didn't work. Will Levis looks like it's not working. Do you think Cam Ward or even Shedeur Sanders, do you think there are a number of quarterbacks they could take who could do for the Titans what's happening in Washington right now with Jaden Daniels? Or is that just a completely different situation because he's that great?
I think it's a completely different situation. I think Cam Ward will be the foundation for the Titans. You can't pass up on a guy like this. Cam Ward will be your foundation, and you build around him in the next couple of years. I'm watching Joe Burrow basically do it by himself with Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs.
But basically that's the guy you take, and then you put pieces around him. You don't pass up on Cam. I promise you. If there's ever a foundation you need to start building on, it is Cam Ward from Miami.
Well, I'm sure the Bengals would love some defensive players and an offensive line that could block somebody.
Yeah, well, I bet they're glad they have Joe Burrow, too.
Yeah, but it's all you got. You got 1 move. Hey, what's up, everybody on YouTube? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, we're going to be live streaming the college football semifinals. Make sure you're locked in just like you were last time. It's going to be fun.